WAME 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
Live from the Randy Marion Studios on Signal Hill in Statesville, this is the Sports Recap Show with Brian Suarez, Harry Nostrant, and Mark Covert.
Hello and good evening out there in Radioland. Welcome to the Sports Recap Show here on 92.9 WAME. Live from the Randy Marion Studios of the Mothership, Signal Hill Drive. It is none other than Harry Nostrant, joined by my good buddies and cohorts, Brian the Professor Suarez, the rookie. Big Mac, Mark Covert.
None other than Harry Nostrant.
And on the board, our trusty engineer, board op, and great color commentator for Statesville High School football, Bryson the Commander Davis.
Check him out. Sporting the Nashville Speedway hat.
Yeah, man, that's old right there.
That
That was
is old.
before you were born, Brian. That
Probably
was a
was.
long time ago.
Boy, that's when they used to chisel diplomas.
Yeah.
Old Flintstones
Brian's
back
got
there.
his chisel. Don't that?
That's right. Or it's on the Select Type 2000
yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah,
He
that's right.
couldn't hang his on the
Suarez
wall.
Stone Tablet 7.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boys, it's good to be with you.
Boys.
We get to talk sports today, and after what's been a tumultuous and trying week, we're here hopefully to lighten the room and lift people's spirits and talk some sports and joke around. Obviously, like I said, been a tough week, and we're here to hopefully take your mind off things and make everyone's life a little better. So, that being said, Brian, do you have any trivia tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy,
We're going to get right into
You
it.
hear
Boy,
that?
He just completely
Oh,
fudged
yeah.
the rundown there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, high school football, college football, NFL. That's professional football. So we have all the football plus the quick cap at the end of the show. But
Well, I didn't want to do that because we're already almost 10 minutes late.
before
That'd
that,
be good.
we'll get
Ah.
to birthdays and trivia.
Okay,
Yep.
we'll do
All
it.
right.
We'll do it Mark's way.
Let's start off with the birthdays. Got quite a few today.
Structure.
Elgin Baylor,
Basketball player,
NBAer, right?
Tennis player.
Robin Yount,
baseball player,
yep. Milwaukee Brewers shortstop, Hall of
Okay.
Famer. Oral Hershiser,
also baseball player,
Popcorn.
pitcher.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
I always thought it was great that his name was Oral.
Yeah.
I said, said popcorn.
That's Redenbacher, right?
Orville.
That's Orville, not Oral.
Yeah.
Have you had your oral presentation?
All right.
Symposium?
Couple more.
Oh,
Two more.
woof.
Tim Raines,
Baseball player. Hey, The Rock.
Rock.
Good family friend of the Coverts, by
The
the way.
Rock.
Yeah.
And Bryson.
Not Dwayne Johnson.
Tim Raines
Clarify.
was
Tim The
the
Rock,
Rock,
Reigns.
yes.
Tim The Rock Reigns.
Not Dwayne Johnson.
I don't think he was not The Rock, right? He was Rock. Tim.
No, he's The Rock.
I thought it was The Rock.
Is
Are
the
you
Rock?
sure?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Let's find
Ah,
out. We
no,
all
yeah.
have the internet.
Let's
right?
find out
Yeah,
while
I'll
I
do it.
continue. Also, golfer Bryson DeChambeau.
Hey.
His birthday is today.
Never heard of her.
So that is all of the
Yeah.
birthdays.
He's right. It's just Rock.
No,
Yeah.
he is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I shouldn't have.
All right, so here we go. Couple interesting facts, and I got a couple trivia questions. We're going to go. Let's talk about Mr. Tim Rock Raines.
Hold on. Mark, you better not get it wrong.
No, wait. No, we're not there yet. All right, he was only one of 29 players to actually appear in a Major League Baseball game in 4 different decades. And he also was the last Major League Baseball player to wear a batting helmet with no ear flaps.
Dang.
Okay.
That's a fun little one.
Yeah.
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 Last player to wear a batting helmet with no ear flap. All right. So and I did not write down what season this is, but there
Oh,
was a
boy.
season that he had 40 consecutive stolen bases. And at that time, that was a record. But that now is 4th for the number of consecutive stolen bases. Can you fathom a guess on who are number 1, number 2, and number 3? Remember, Raines had 40. I will tell you the person who had the most consecutive stolen bases was 50.
Is it Ricky Henderson?
Nope. Second was 45, and third was 41.
So we need those 3 guys?
You should, and you will. One of them you may not know.
Is Ricky Henderson one of them?
No, he's not. And the other 2 you will. For sure, you will.
50 consecutive?
50 consecutive stolen bases.
Dude.
Is Ichiro on there?
Yes, he is number 2
Mm.
at 45.
Nice. Who else is up on that list?
Is
Who's-
Kenny Lofton on that list?
No,
Oh,
he's not.
I'm not even gonna try to guess
All right.
stolen bases here. So
All right. So the 50 was, go ahead,
no, go ahead. I don't think I'm going to get 50.
was Vince Coleman,
Yeah, I
St.
wouldn't
Louis
have gotten
Cardinals.
nope.
And then the other person is 41. Actually played for 2 teams when he did this.
Is it? It's not Carlos Beltran, is it?
Nope. No, it is not.
Is it an outfielder?
No.
Okay, I have no idea.
This person, we'll do this quick. This person played for 2 different teams during this season. He played for the Dodgers and the Phillies.
Chase Utley.
Nope.
No, it's
Nope.
shortstop, right?
Yes,
Oh,
you are correct.
um,
You're on the right.
Why am I
you're
drawing a
on the-
blank?
He's injured right now.
Yeah,
And he's just getting ready to come back, Mark.
Trey.
thank
Trey
you.
Turner.
Thank you. That's
Yep.
what I was like.
41, the year he got traded from the Dodgers to the Phillies. He got traded from the Dodgers to the Phillies, right?
No, it was
Okay,
the
then it
Nationals
must
to the
have-
Dodgers.
Then it must went over 2 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, because it was a
over-
free
over
agent
2
signing.
seasons.
Well,
Yeah.
it
Well,
doesn't say in a
that's
single
why he
season.
said
41.
traded. I was like, it's not Trey.
Okay. All right, one more. All right, one more. This one, little trickier. I'll have to help you along. Oral Hershiser has a record for consecutive scoreless innings in Major League Baseball history. How many scoreless innings did he pitch?
Say that one more time.
Oral Hershiser has the record, Major League Baseball record for most consecutive scoreless innings. How many scoreless innings did he have?
So not consecutive, just total.
No, consecutive scoreless
Oh,
innings.
if you're okay. All right.
No idea. But hurry
I'm
up and
gonna
guess.
take a shot in the dark here.
and hurry up and guess.
Okay, let's do this. Over under 50.
Over.
For God's
91.
sakes.
No, that's way over.
91 is
That's way over how many he had. Yes.
72.
No, you're still too high.
You said it was over 50.
56.
59.
Mm.
So he had 59 consecutive scoreless innings from August 20th of 88 to September 28th of 88. I'm going to give you a quick little rundown because we're going to have some fun with Harry on this last one. Don Drysdale had the record at 58. He played for the Dodgers. Walter Johnson was 55 in 2/3 innings. 1913 for the Senators. Don Drysdale was 1968. Jack Coombs had 53 in 1910 for the Philadelphia A's. Bob Gibson with 47 in 1968 with the St. Louis Cardinals. And then one of Harry's favorite guys, 45 and 2/3 innings, scoreless innings for the 2015 Dodgers. None other than Zach Greinke.
He pitched for the Dodgers.
He never goes away.
Did it?
Yes, he
did it- I thought
did.
he only ever pitched for like the Royals or something. Like that.
Yes, he did. He pitched for the Dodgers. All right, that's all I got, boys.
I've got one. I got one. So Auburn found their way into the AP poll for the first time in 55 weeks. That was the 10th longest streak in the country. Would anyone fathom to guess who's number one? I'll give you the number.
So from when they were in the AP,
AP
top
poll last time
25
to,
and then
to this
to-
week, it was 55 weeks.
right, but I'm saying
So the longest
right,
drought.
So
Yes,
the
so
longest,
the longest drought. I
Okay.
will tell you the number is 201.
201 weeks.
Yes.
Now, okay,
I have a guess.
clarify. No, wait a minute. Wait
Throughout the course of a college football season,
it's
not
only like-
calendar years.
that was what I wanted you to clarify. Real
No.
quick.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
because you can, there's no AP poll for certain weeks.
Well,
after
I
the
know.
season.
I just want you to
No, the
clarify.
AP poll runs throughout the entire year.
I have a
Harry.
guess.
All right.
The AP poll runs throughout the entire
Does
year.
it really?
Yes, it just stops mattering once the
Um,
college football playoff comes out.
Okay.
I have a guess. Is it Army?
No.
Is it a military?
Army was
academy?
ranked like 2 years ago. It is not a military
yeah,
academy.
but the
No.
before that was
None of the military academies are on here.
200 and how many weeks?
Yes. And these
Indiana.
are for Power 4.
Indiana.
Indiana's currently ranked.
You're talking about the longest streak before, right? Of not being ranked.
No, active droughts.
Oh, active.
active.
Oh,
I didn't
Active.
understand
You didn't
that
word that
either.
very
I
well.
thought he
Active-
meant that
active
was the
droughts.
longest.
Okay,
Active
that's
droughts.
why. That's
Current-
why I
the
was,
current longest drought is 201 weeks. During a college season, not calendar, it's currently going on. I will tell you number 2 is at 100, and it's West Virginia.
So, okay.
And these are, just as another hint, these are all Power 4.
Um,
Power 4 schools. Otherwise, that streak could probably be a lot longer.
Okay.
Is it?
I had one in mind, but I don't think they're in.
Is it
They're
Virginia?
not a Power 4 school anymore.
No, Virginia's actually at 85.
Okay.
Virginia's at 85.
I was thinking of a school, but I don't think they're Power 4 right now.
Go ahead.
Wake Forest.
No, they were ranked.
They're not.
a year or
Yeah,
two
this
ago.
school's
Oh,
not
were
a
they?
power.
Yeah.
Rice is not a Power 4 anymore.
Then Wake
They
was in the
used to be,
AFC
but they're
or
not
the
anymore.
ACC championship game against Pitt, weren't they?
like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
All right.
4. Kenny Pickett.
Can't be them either. It's not them.
Go
That's
ahead.
a tough one.
Go ahead. Let's start popping that.
It's a
Power
current
4.
It's a current Power 4 school.
Yes.
Has it been a Power 4 school the whole time? Well, it'd have to be because otherwise it would have been.
I mean,
Yeah.
Power 4 is only
Right.
what 2 years old now. So
I'm gonna
Rutgers.
really regret this.
What?
Did you say Rutgers?
Rutgers.
Rutgers is it?
I was just gonna say Rutgers was gonna be one of my next two guesses.
It
My
just
next
made
one
sense.
because I couldn't remember if they ended up getting
Correct.
ranked last year after beating the teams they did. Did Vandy get ranked?
They're ranked right now.
They're
yes.
not. They would be ranked
Yes.
right
Okay.
now.
They're at
Yeah,
20.
yeah.
But yeah.
Rutgers.
Yeah,
Good
Rutgers
question.
is
That was
number
good.
1 at 201. West Virginia is currently at 100.
Wow.
And then, or I guess it's 101 now because this is a new week. Then it's Stanford, Maryland, Cal, Virginia, Northwestern, Virginia Tech, who we will
Ooh,
talk
We'll
about.
talk about.
Purdue, and then it was Auburn. But not anymore.
Good
Auburn
question.
finds themselves at number 22.
That's a good question.
And
we'll talk
they may
about-
not stay much longer.
We're
We'll
going to
see.
talk about them a little
Yeah.
bit too. So, all right. So let's move on to high school football. Last week's game review. I'm going to go with these two, Harry and Bryson, as they were gracious enough to handle the Greyhound game for me as I was out
Practicing
retirement.
retirement. Well,
But I will say this before y'all review the game. And Harry, you missed Manuel Gladden. He was in here
Oh,
to do
yeah.
an interview.
good. Listen,
All right. Anyway,
Great
so
kid.
listen, y'all did a great job. Like seriously good. I listened to almost all the game. Y'all did a really good job in my absence.
listen.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's
Well,
radio
thanks.
talk
Thank
for
you.
I'll bash you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
Don't
like,
come for my
he'd be like-
job.
he's like,
I felt it.
I can hear it now. He's like, which one of you was farting on the air? That would have been Bryson.
Why can I smell the mic right now?
Actually, it might have been Les. Les had popcorn before.
It
the
was
show.
definitely less.
Les always has.
That's why we
popcorn
put him in the
before
corner
game.
and crack the
He
window.
always has popcorn.
Yeah.
All right, boys. So tell me about the game. Give me a quick review.
So listen,
I do mean quick.
we could have literally wrote the script last week, like we talked about how efficiency with the drives, how important that was going to be. I mean, the Hounds really in the first quarter only touched the ball once, and that was on a short field after a muffed punt where they were able to recover deep in Alexander Central territory. After that, AC took the ball, marched down the field, took off pretty much the entire quarter. So I mean, it was a perfectly executed game plan in that regard for Alexander Central. They chewed up a lot of clock and was able to keep the offense off the board for the Statesville Greyhounds. But the Hounds started out slow offensively outside of that first drive. Coda Harrington, just never really seemed like he was comfortable in the pocket on the field. At some point in the second quarter, Coach Cowan decided to make a switch and bring in Manuel Gladden under center. And that seemed to be when the Hounds got a little bit of spark of offense there. We were seeing some great throws. I mentioned it on the air a couple times, actually probably 3 or 4 times. There was one throw he made where he had a defender breathing down his neck on his backside, and he stayed right in that pocket and made a strike to Cawthon Jr. there, Paul Cawthon Jr. on the outside, ended up leading to a touchdown drive. So I think getting Gladden in there helped spark the offense a little bit. And then the defense, I mean, honestly, at times played brilliantly, and at times they helped out the offense a little bit for the Cougars. But overall, I mean, it was a good performance, I felt like, for the Hounds. I mean, if anything, it's a good test to have to really get that assignment football, especially defensively. And, I mean, I thought they played well. And, I think you'll ask Coach Cowan to tell you it's a win. That's great. Was it a sloppy win? Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that's that type of game you're used to seeing with Alexander Central. And Brian Bryson, I'm sure – tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, well, I mean, going into the game, the result of what we saw was completely different than the way we had prepared to kind of broadcast the game, right? We knew how Alexander Central was going to come out, run the football, chew up a lot of clock, and they did. The first quarter over very quickly. I mean, looking at the clock, it was like, wow, I don't even know if 12 minutes had
at
passed.
like 8 o'clock.
No,
Yeah.
It was 7:50.
Yeah,
It was 7:50. Was
it was
halftime.
incredible, and that really showed that they executed their game plan. An early turnover for AC kind of killed their momentum, a botched punt, and you kind of just thought things were going to go downhill from there. Penn State's back to where they had a turnover, but they were on their own goal line essentially, and just a poor executed play and a pick six from Alexander Central kind of relit that fire where they should have lost some momentum there early on. And AC, I'm not going to say that either team played the best offensive game, but I think defensively, Alexander Central was a lot tougher defensively than I expected them to be. But I think you saw a Statesville team that came into the game with their game plan and the way they had prepared, and they had to change that and kind of evolve throughout the game. And I think that showed a lot about what maybe we didn't know about the team, because there's a lot of young guys on the team, but the way that through their leadership they were able to kind of come back out, change a few things up, and just chew away and beat their way, march their way down the field, and bring home a win. Yeah, it was sloppy, of course, but I did like that. I liked how they shifted their game plan and they were able to adapt to what they needed to do, and I think that says a lot about the team moving forward, because they've got a lot of big games coming up. Not that they've not played some tough ones already, but they've got some really high-end tough opponents that are coming up. So it was a great learning opportunity, if nothing else, for Statesville. And for Alexander Central, they're going into South Iredell, which we'll talk about that for this weekend. But I was impressed by their team. I was impressed by Statesville and the way that they adapted. It was a sloppy but a good win for the Greyhounds moving into Friday night.
Yeah,
Hey.
27-14 final, and only one of those scores that AC got was on the defense. So defense played well, and that score was technically later in the game to make it a little tighter. Before that, the only score they had was that pick six, which was kind of an errant throw there by Dakota Harrington and kind of went through the receiver's hands. But
and the Greyhounds came out of halftime with the opportunity to go up by 3 scores if they had executed on the prior drive. They had a couple of minutes to work with going into halftime where they could have scored and just weren't able to get it done. And then coming out, they weren't able to get it done. So, offensively, they didn't come out as well, but I'm impressed. And we talked to Manuel Gladden just a little while ago. I was so impressed the way that he came out and just managed the game, looked comfortable, and made a lot of great decisions. And I don't know what the Hounds do going into Friday night moving forward. I don't know who they start at that position, but I really liked how he came in and kind of lit a fire under the offense when the momentum was completely dead. So I was impressed by that. But it was a great game. It was so fun to be there.
Well, one of the other games too, it was the exact opposite. He kind of started and then the offense sputtered a little bit, and Harrington came in and sparked them. So I think that's a plus for the Hounds, that they can get either quarterback in there and provide a spark.
Well, that's what we talked about. It's tough as a coach of the opposing team where you prepare for someone like Dakota Harrington, and then he doesn't have his best stuff, and then Manuel Gladden comes in and essentially can execute the offense better. So the things you prepare for are a little different when Gladden comes in. He's more of a pure passer, I would say. Harrington, you could tell he just like I said, didn't really look comfortable a lot making throws. I think coach just realized early, he's like, hey, listen, we're going to go a different direction. If on this game, sometimes you just don't have your best stuff. It doesn't mean anything. It's a good two-headed monster.
Right. And Harrington's learning, as we know, he's a sophomore. So, he's getting experience. Now, Harry, I want to ask you about another county game that I thought was quite interesting. Would be the Mooresville Huff game. I don't know if you know that much about it. But
I know a lot about it.
So Huff, they went down to Huff. Huff's probably one of the best, if not the best team in the state. And lost by just 7 points. We're in the game the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Mooresville was leading 14-7 at halftime, I believe. It was either 14-7 or they were tied 14.
It was 14-7.
That's what I thought. So I think it was 14-7. So Mooresville went down first drive, scored quite comfortably, and then it really comes down. Ethan Royal made a lot of plays with his legs, and as most of you guys all know, you got a quarterback who can run and is mobile, but also is a threat to pass.
Invaluable.
Yeah, it's so hard as a defense too, because you essentially have to put a spy on him. You're taking one of your defenders, dedicating him to having to cover him as a runner. Kind of.
Gap integrity along the defensive line matters a lot too. But
yeah, you're right. But listen. So Mooresville 14-7 at halftime. And then Huff comes down. Third quarter makes it 14-14. It was actually tied 14-14 going into the fourth quarter. Mooresville quarterback Brody Norman, kind of deep in his own territory, throws a pick six, makes it 21-14. And that was all. At that point, that was all we thought Huff was going to need to win that game. Final was 28-21. I got to tell you, Huff is definitely a top team in the state. There's no doubt about it. They have a lot of talent. They're well coached. They haven't had I would say, these blowout wins you're seeing these good teams that get early in the season, but they've also played a murderer's row of schedules so far.
Who?
Huff has.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Huff has played.
No, they have. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
either one of the two teams here,
Yeah.
honestly, but yeah.
I think you learned a lot about Mooresville because you got to think after that week 1 loss to Weddington, I think there were some people around, the area who they read a lot in Mooresville being good, and then they get kind of blown out by Weddington. But couple that with a good performance on the road against a very good football team. Look what Weddington did to Crest. Weddington blew the brakes off Crest.
Yep.
So how bad's that loss looking for Mooresville against Weddington? I don't know. I think Mooresville should have a lot of confidence after the Huff win. I mean, listen, I know everyone likes to say there ain't no such thing as moral victories, but I think you learn a lot about yourself sometimes more in the losses than you do in the victories. So, listen, tough to lose that game, but to be in it and have a chance to win it, they should be proud in that regard.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
All right, so on to this week's slate of games. I will be traveling to West Stokes to watch Statesville at 4-0 take on West Stokes at 1-3. West Stokes has had an interesting season. The 3 games that they have lost big, and the one game they won big. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's Statesville.
I think Statesville will end up going down there and getting to 5-0.
I don't think there's any reason they shouldn't. Honestly, I think if this is a game that Statesville ends up losing, it's because they did it to themselves. You get your own way, you make your own mistakes, you bring it upon yourself. But I don't think that's not what we've seen out of Statesville so far this year.
Right.
I don't believe that's going to be the case.
I mean, listen, I didn't see the week before. Statesville still had some penalties they had to clean up this last week. They helped extend some drives for Alexander Central.
Oh, the Hopewell game was a 35 penalty.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they performed better in that regard, but there were some things that Coach Cowan told they need to clean up. But I agree with Mark. If this is Statesville's game to lose, if they do lose it, it's because they've got in their own way and stepped on their own foot and just la-da-da-da-da. So I like the Hounds to go 5-0 on the year.
Yeah, I do too, and I think you're spot on with that. That was probably what kept the game so close, honestly. Not that Alexander Central didn't play well enough to be in contention, but Statesville really had trouble staying disciplined on Friday night, and I think through this week that's going to be a big topic of conversation. Probably already has throughout practices and as they're preparing for this game. So if they can go up there, stay disciplined, it's a long drive. There's part of that plays a factor, but I just think Statesville is on to something. I mean, I really like, the way that they played Friday night outside of the undisciplined penalties. And so, they just got to go up there and do their thing.
What town is West Stokes?
FYO King.
Okay, gotcha.
And FYI programming note, this is a 7:30 game.
We did cover that, by the way.
Yeah, so this game will start at 7:30. It should be on the air about 7:20.
TV time.
So let's travel on down to Lake Norman. Well, Reagan will come to town. Reagan at 3-1 against Lake Norman at 3-1. Mark, you know a little bit about Reagan, don't you?
Sure.
So Reagan gave up their first touchdown.
Sure.
As a matter of fact, they gave
first loss.
Yeah.
The year. Both teams actually did last week. So,
that's bad for both teams.
well, is it?
I wouldn't want to.
You kind of hit the reset button. You feel really good about yourself, and you get to that early part of the year where you kind of get shellacked. Northern Guilford got Reagan. Independence, as we talked about last week, got Lake Norman. Both of them on the road last week between Lake Norman and Reagan. So,
and I talked to Coach O before the game. I will say they were down 4 starters going into that Independence game.
Cool. They still got shellacked.
They
so,
did.
But here's next man up mentality. That has to be the case
Right.
in that situation.
Sure. Yeah.
It creates for an interesting game because I think it's the immovable objects, unstoppable force kind of situation when you're talking about Lake Norman offensively and Reagan defensively. Still very good on both sides of the ball for both of these teams, but Reagan, if they're going to win this game, has to generate some offense. It looked like over the first 2 weeks, they didn't really get anything going, 21 points in total, still able to win those games defense. Week 3 against Reedsville, 35-0 shutout. They end a bunch of streaks, as we talked about last week.
Yep.
And then you scored 10 points last week against Northern Guilford. So it has to be the offense consistently getting down the field and generating points. They certainly can, but they need a lot out of Jacob Smith this week if Reagan's going to pull off a win on the road. I personally think they will. I think Lake Norman, very good, but I've seen the defense that Reagan is able to field. A lot of guys defensively, they've got size up front, can disrupt a lot around the line of scrimmage, get back there and cause some havoc. I think defensively they're going to make a return to form after, I believe, 31 points given up last week to the Nighthawks. I've got Reagan winning on the road.
I'm going to go with the home team here. I think they're going to bounce back and they're going to win.
He's going to
I'm
go the
going home
Iredell
team.
County team.
Lake Norman.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think Lake Norman could and should win the football game. But the known entity that is Reagan as of right now and how well they've been playing outside of last week.
Last week.
I think they come in refocused and fired up. And again, if Lake Norman's currently banged up, I mean, I know, like Coach O said, I was talking to him before the game, as long as they got their QB under center, they got a chance in every game, and that's probably true.
Yeah.
But if they're banged up, it's not going to help their cause. So I probably lean towards Reagan in a close one.
Yeah, I hate not to go with the home team in this one, but I mean, I think when you look at, kind of like everybody's saying, I think everybody's sort of on the same page as far as Reagan has proved what they're capable of throughout this season, and I think Lake Norman has played some tough games and they've got a lot of great wins, but I don't know. I'm going with Reagan in this one. I just think they're proven. I think, as Mark was kind of alluding to, they'll bounce back, and I think it's going to be a tough game. It'll certainly be fun to watch.
It's two teams that are on the cusp. We talked about how
Yeah.
Lake Norman was like right there. Like,
Right.
if you beat Independence, you announce yourself as one of those powerhouses
Yeah.
at 7A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. Here is your next opportunity. And
Yeah.
now the difference is the other team on the other side is trying to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, because they lost their first game last week.
Correct.
All right, and then up there in Alexander Central, South Iredell will come to pay a visit. Both of these teams are 1-3. Man,
By God, Bryson.
Hillbilly
Alexander
heaven.
County, they can. Alexander controls that time.
No, they run it.
They do.
run it.
And they're going to run it to a victory this week.
Yeah, I think they are too. That was the biggest story last Friday night, and really with the way that they hung in there with Statesville, kind of twisted my thought and vision in the way that I viewed this team. Just because, I mean, they've suffered some tough losses. They played Ashe County the week before and took home a pretty good win there. Ashe County didn't really have a lot to give them, but I think playing at home for Alexander Central is always a huge advantage up there. And to be honest, I think Chris Marshall, new coach is his first year, but he's been around for a long time. I think it seemed that with the way they came out at Statesville, it seemed like they just were very organized and prepared for what they needed to be. And I think the story's going to be the same this weekend. I've got Alexander Central in
All right.
Hillbilly heaven.
I'm going to go with South Iredell, guys. I'm going to say they're going to get their second win.
So a lot of that, I think, comes down to the tight end for Alexander Central, who's a big target receiving wise and also a good run blocker if he's healthy. Because he got injured in the game against Statesville and went out and didn't come back in late in the game. So if he's ready to play, that's going to help. If not, I mean, we talked to the voice of the Cougars there, Rick Gilbert, after the game. They're banged up. QB play has been a little tough for them right now. So it just really depends on what shows up. I mean, if they can execute their game plan, I think they got a chance. But I don't know. Coin flip, 6 in one hand, half a dozen the other. I go with the home team.
All right. Next up, Pine Lake Prep at 1-3 travels to North Iredell at 0-4. This game, North Iredell has been struggling. They've had a lot of bad things going on here. I'm going to go with Pine Lake Prep with the win. I know that North has really been struggling.
Pine Lake's not a whole lot better, to be completely honest with you. But I'll be honest. Harry just said the last game was a coin flip. I'm going to take the home team by default. You get 3 points on the spread. I'll take North Iredell.
I tend to agree. I mean, North's bound to get a win here. I feel like Pine Lake is not great. North being at home, maybe that crowd energy will help feed them a little bit. And like you said, it's been tough for them. They lost one of their own early and probably just haven't really rebounded from that. And not to mention the departure of Coach Andy Howell.
Yep. Yeah.
It's been tough for them. I hope they win. I think they can win. Like Mark said, I'll take the home team here.
Yeah, I think going into this one, North has obviously been through a lot this year, and I don't want to say that they've struggled specifically because of that, because there's certainly other underlying things that are the reason for that. But I just think I just think North is they've had a tough start to the year. They're all going through a lot up there, and as much as I want them to get the win, I just don't think it's going to happen.
All right, and then the next game, this one to me is very intriguing, right? West Iredell at 4-0, 2-0 in the conference, travels to Maiden, who is 3-1. I'm surprised at North. I mean, not North, at West.
I'm surprised at North too.
Start, but what a start at West.
Yeah, and I hate to,
4-0 for Sean Fitzgerald.
and I tell you what, they ended up playing pretty good against
North
a
Lincoln,
good
they
North
shut 'em
Lincoln
out.
team where West Iredale's defense is playing good, and we talked about it. Their defense is playing very good football right now. Coach Fitzgerald's obviously got them doing the right things in the right places. I mean, real quick, let's just talk about the scores for West Iredale so far. Week 1, shutout Eastburg 26-0. Week 2, they play North Iredale 43-6. And in week 3, they play Ford 37-2. Gentlemen, they've given up 8 points in 4 games.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's winning football.
Yep.
it's pretty darn good.
And they beat North Lincoln 19-0. Now, if you go like by like opponent, unfortunately, Maiden. I mean, I don't know. I guess if I look, Maiden beat North Lincoln 54-36.
Right.
We're about to find out how good West Iredale is this week. This is where we find out.
I agree. 100%.
Because Maiden's a very good football team. They lost by 1 to a very good AC Reynolds team. They beat Lincolnton. I mean, this is your test if you're West Iredale. Your
Right,
week 5 test.
right.
That being said, boy, I hope I'm wrong here. I think Maiden's going to win. I think it'll be a good battle. I think Maiden wins. They're the home team. They've seen a little bit more than West has at this point.
Right.
Again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope Coach Fitzgerald gets them to 5-0. But I'm going to take Maiden in this one.
I'm going to ride with the Warriors. I want to jump in there about Maiden too. You know, I work over in that area. I got one of my buddies is actually the time.
Does he make
runs,
boxes for the team?
He runs the time clock.
Oh,
But just historically, Maiden is a smaller school, but has been really, really good in football.
They are traditional small school.
Yes.
I don't want to say power, but yeah, power.
But close to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean them Newton Conover.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think it's gonna be a good football game, but I think Maiden will probably end up slipping by with the win.
Give me West. I like West on the road again. Proven opportunity. I think go on and get it.
It is hard, and I will say this: it's hard to argue with 8 points in 4 games.
Yeah.
Your defense is doing
Exactly.
something right because all it takes is one broken tackle to
Yeah.
score.
There's a lot of prove it games.
And you think about this for a minute there. Maiden gave up 36 points to North Lincoln.
I just don't
West
know how
gave
much.
up 0.
I just don't know how much that might have been garbage time. You
And-
know, you
right,
just
that
without
is
knowing
true.
how the flow
That
of the
is true.
game. But yeah, no.
we can always find out.
Well,
Well, can we, though?
anyway. All right.
Yes.
Bryson, who you got in this game?
I'm taking West. I'm riding with the Warriors. I think 8 points. Didn't know that until Harry said it, but I like it. So let's go with
I mean,
West.
they got 2 shutouts and gave up 2
Yeah.
and 1, and technically the defense didn't give up those 2.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, and it's not like the offense didn't do anything in those games either.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
All right. So last game of on the slate right here. Mooresville at 2-2 travels to East Forsyth at 3-1.
I think
Prove it game. Prove it game. Prove it.
I don't
game.
know if this is I think the prove it game was last week.
Oh.
But I mean, this is going to be your chance. I mean, I talked about this when they released the schedule for Mooresville. If they come out of non-conference at 3-2, they should be very happy because there was 3 state title contenders on their schedule, like without a doubt. And then Sun Valley all of a sudden became a really good football team. So yes, if Mooresville can win this game on the road, now mind you, East Forsyth was the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year
Right.
in the regional semifinal. I think Mooresville can win this game. I think Mark and I have talked about it a little bit.
Maiden scored 27 points in the fourth quarter of their game against North Lincoln.
Really?
Yeah.
So they pulled away in the 4th.
Yes.
It makes things a little interesting then.
Duh.
We'll see.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, I think Mooresville's going to have a little bit of an issue because their big tight end, App State commit Gavin Barber, did get injured in the Huff game. He's probably going to be out a couple weeks. That being said, I think they can still beat East Forsyth without him. But as most of Mark knows for sure, Todd Willard and the Eagles are just a team that you can't count out in any game, like in any game.
Sure.
Tough place to go win. But I'll tell you, outside of maybe like Mallard Creek, I think Mooresville's probably the best 2-2 team in the state. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with the Blue Devils on this one. If they played as good as they did against Huff, they'll win the football game.
Yeah, I mean, Terry and I talked last week after our games on Friday, and I said, look, I think they're going to go up there and they're going to win. I think there's a couple different things on their mind here. Obviously, a little bit of a revenge game. That's where they lost last year, the exact same place that they lost in the postseason
Playoffs.
last year.
Mind you, to a very good East team that had a very good quarterback.
Correct. Who's now at North Carolina. He's not there now. East is not at the same level right now that where they have been. Now they're still 3-1, but you look down the schedule. Glenn's not good. Ragsdale last week, they're also not good. Now they beat Northern Guilford, who we just noted, beat Reagan last week. So good football team there. The one blemish on their schedule, like most every other team, Grimsley. Took him behind the woodshed with their third string quarterback, different conversation because that's a different.
Wait, that
animal
was their
altogether.
third string?
Or sorry, second string.
I was going to say.
Back up, but he's a freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second career start. Anyways, but I think the revenge factor going into it, knowing that and knowing the East is not where they usually are. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people, because East wins games, East does not play the cleanest brand of football in the world. They will cause penalties.
Mhm.
They will self-inflict themselves. You have to capitalize on those opportunities when they present themselves. I think given all that, whether Gavin Barber plays or not, I think last week doing what they did, holding up against Tough, brings that confidence in. You add the revenge factor on top of it. West or East Forsyth being down a little bit. I got the Blue Devils. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think they've got a chance to win on the road. And I think they're going to.
I'm going to tell you a little something, too, I didn't know, and that stat was given to me on Saturday. Mooresville had about 70 yards passing against Huff and still had a chance to win that football game.
Wow.
So,
all right, I'm going to go with the Eagles. East Forsyth, I think the home team will come through.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got Mooresville.
All right.
Yeah, give me the Blue Devils.
Hey, before we go to commercial break, what we forgot to do was last week's picks. Harry and I were 11-2. Way to go, Harry.
oh,
Mark was 10-3, and Bryson was 9-4.
God.
That brings the
We-
season ledger to I'm 26-7, Mark's 22-11, Bryson's 23-10, and Harry is 17-4.
you know, if we're going by win percentage, I'm going to be pretty close. But I
You're
did
actually
not.
at 8-10. I'm at 788.
I missed a week.
Bryson at 697, and Mark at 667.
We used to give offers.
I know we used to give.
Let's
offers,
not do
but
that,
we're
though.
Yeah.
We
All
got
right.
some work to do.
We're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll be back. And we're going to step it up a level and talk some college football.
Hey, you know, every time you turn around, they're building another one of those chain auto parts stores, and they build them around shopping centers where traffic is awful. So I tell you what, head down to Shelton Avenue to Johnson's Automotive and avoid the traffic headaches at those chain stores. Johnson's Automotive and Auto Value Auto Parts is locally owned and operated by Steve Johnson. Johnson's is proud to provide auto value auto parts as well as Champion, Moog, Gates, Felpro, Wicks, and Wagner, just to name a few. You need a hydraulic line and need it fast? Well, Johnson's can make a hydraulic line you need in just a matter of minutes. You won't find this kind of service and knowledge at any of those chain auto parts store, only Johnson's. Support your local business and shop local. Shop Johnson's Automotive, 1112 Shelton Avenue in Statesville. Little Shavers Wood Shop is your headquarters for everything you'll need for fall and winter, for that fact. All the tools you'll need, rakes, shovels, pitchforks, and a whole lot more, hedge clippers and loppers, and don't forget to protect those hands with a new pair of gloves. They have just about every glove you can think of for the job you're working on. Over 5,000 hardware items in stock to get whatever job you have done. Check them out on Facebook, Little Shavers Wood Shop, or better yet, stop by 3301 Salisbury Highway. Give them a call, 704-872-3148. Little Shavers Wood Shop.
Jay White here from Central Line of Realty, and at Central Line of Realty, we put you at the center of everything we do. We're right here in the center of North Carolina, and if you are selling a home or buying a home or adding doors to your rental portfolio, whatever your real estate needs are, put the team at Central Line of Realty to work for you. Go to centrallineofrealty.com and let's get started.
From Mocksville to Asheville and everywhere in between, the Carolina Swap Shop is the hottest trading post this side of the Blue Ridge. Tune in Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. where deals are made, treasures are found, and you never know what someone's going to try and sell next.
I came crawling home last night, like many nights before. Finally made it to my feet as she opened up the door. She said,
Say, did you know Statesville has its own locally owned electric utility? Yeah, as the oldest municipality-owned electric system in North Carolina, Statesville Public Power has been keeping the lights on in our community since 1889. When storms roll in or outages occur, our crews respond quickly because we live here too. It's about safety, low rates, and reliable service. Public power means local control, local investment, and hometown service. Statesville Public Power, neighbors serving neighbors. Summer may be ending, but the hot deals at Pocket Change Amusement are still blazing. There's no need for pumpkin. Spice up your fall with a new entertainment piece. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 till 5 at 2731 Amity Hill Road in Statesville, just a half mile off exit 45. Look for the Jukebox Store and come on in.
Ashe County is open for adventure and the mountains are calling. Stroll through downtown West Jefferson. Explore the historic West Jefferson Hotel and savor the famous Ashe County cheese. Gear up at Foot Sloggers and Mountain Outfitters, then catch a flick at the Cozy Parkway Theater. Head up to Lansing for a bite at Liar's Bench or a Smithy Burger at the Log House. Don't miss the Lost Prophet Center for Cultural Arts and pop into the Squirrel and Nut for one-of-a-kind finds. From small town charm to big mountain views, Ashe County has it all.
Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
Oh, Brian about got his ears blown off. Somehow, nothing moved.
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Nothing
It just
moved.
got really loud.
He's showing his age. We always joke
No.
about it, but it's actually happening now.
No,
Well,
I
he did practice
think-
retirement last week.
I think the engineer
Andy forgot
messed-
his phone this week.
I don't think he's practicing retirement. I think he's there.
He's trying to work his way into the nursing.
He
home.
forgot his phone.
Next thing you know,
magically got loud.
Next thing you know, he's gonna be wearing this little thing around his neck with a little clicker down here. Help! I've fallen. I can't get up.
What happened? I slipped on some cardboard.
It was the greased card.
Oh my god! Welcome back to the Sports Recap Show here on
Corrugated.
90.9 WAME, live from Signal Hill on the mothership. Mark, the Big Mac Covert, Brian, the Professor Suarez, Harry, the Menu Nostrant, Bryson, the Commander Davis. Fellas, talk high school ball. The natural progression from here is take a step up, and we're talking about college football now. A little bit of a week 2 review.
Yeah,
Or I
pick a
guess
game.
week 3 at this
do
point.
This.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. Give me your real quick, like a 30-second. Notre Dame, Texas A&M. What happened in that game? For me, Notre Dame couldn't stop Texas A&M.
I think Notre Dame shot themselves in the foot of any chance of making the playoff, at least in my book.
Agree. I'd agree with that.
Which I'm okay with. But
Yeah.
and listen, honestly, yes, they couldn't stop them. A&M could have very well folded up after this game. And you got to think this game essentially came down to the fact that Notre Dame couldn't execute on an extra point where the snap was muffed by the backup quarterback.
Hey,
and that's an unfortunate thing.
Well,
big prop to Mike Elko and his guys.
Yeah.
Going on the road, hostile environment, no matter what you say.
Yep.
Touchdown Jesus looming over the top. They didn't care.
Well, the other thing, Harry, bring up, they could have gone in that Texas A&M could have given up. They were losing 17-7 at the beginning of the second quarter.
For what it's worth, the rest of the way, okay, they've got Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, Southern Cal, Boston College.
Wait. Oh, you're talking about Notre Dame. Okay.
Notre Dame.
Yes.
I was like,
Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, and Stanford.
Even if they win out, they're going to have a hard time getting in the playoffs.
Yeah, I would
Two
think so.
losses.
Yeah.
unless they win by 100 every
All right.
game.
Let's go up to the next. How about Georgia, Tennessee? Biggest take on this is Tennessee iced their own kicker and missed a field goal at the end of the game.
They didn't ice their own kicker. And I said this to Mark, and I didn't understand this. Were you watching this?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Well,
Why
yes, I saw it.
why in that situation with 7 seconds left do you run a play there? Just kick it from that point.
Yeah, I 100%. Well, what's funny is I was watching this with Ethan, and we're watching it, and I'm like, he's gonna miss. And Ethan's like, how do you know that? Because he's
college.
thinking about it way
It's
too
college.
much, and they keep showing him. They should have just, and then they tried to run a play and they get a penalty. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm saying. They should have
they
kicked it
should've
before they
just
ran the
ran
play.
him out there. and
You
kicked.
should know you're only going to make a long game-winning field goal if you're running the fire drill at the end of regulation with the clock running.
Yep.
Everyone knows this. In Atlanta,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
do you want to move on to that one?
So
Because that's the next natural progression in this.
so
I
it's
didn't bring that. I don't have that one written down, but yeah, we'll mention that one too.
it's funny because I mean literally I said to monitor, we're sitting there watching. I go, I don't understand with 7 seconds left. Just don't even bother running another
Bring 'em
play
out. Just
because
bring
I
'em out.
literally made the comment like, what if you get a holding? What if you get a penalty?
And then they did.
Yeah, and then it had if that same exact kick, like the way it went, happened from 5 yards closer, that kick goes in.
It would have been close.
It would have been close,
It-
but either way.
But I
they-
did tell her.
It wasn't like close to the.
I did tell
off to the right.
I did tell her, and I feel like a damn prophet here. I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, oh, this isn't going to be. And I go to monitor before the kick goes. It's going to be wide right. It goes wide right. She goes, how'd you know that? I go, intuition.
It's college.
Well,
bro.
again,
It's
like
college.
I said, I was like, he's going to miss because he's thinking about it way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Yep.
All right. Mark just brought up one down in Atlanta, Georgia Tech against Clemson.
Another team that is not now making the playoffs.
They might have a hard time winning the ACC.
It's the only way. But here's
who else is going to win the ACC?
Miami.
Miami
would be a great start.
I'm just
Here's
kidding.
another one. Georgia Tech
Yeah, I know
would be
Georgia.
another excellent option right now.
I think Virginia has a higher chance at winning the ACC than Clemson at the moment.
I don't know about all that. Maybe Louisville.
Florida State is
No.
another option.
Clemson will still be in the ACC championship game, I bet.
I don't know about that.
Well, that's one ACC
I don't know. They
loss,
still got to
so-
play Carolina too.
They are struggling right
Okay.
now. This is the first time they're out of the top 25 in how many weeks? Like it's
I don't
quite a
have
few,
that.
right?
Mark
We
did not
don't
look up
have
that
it.
stat.
I don't have
We
that
don't have
streak.
it, but I mean it's been like a bunch, right?
Yeah.
It's 'cause they
something
did
like-
drop
something
out
like
of the
that,
top
yeah.
25.
They definitely have an uphill battle.
All right, let's go one more.
But
US.
by the way, they didn't just drop out of the top 25. They're now at 26, 7, 8, 9,
I don't-
30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36.
And I didn't think they got any
whoa.
votes for the top 25.
They got 6.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
All right, one quick one down in Miami. USF against Miami. USF came in having won 2 games against ranked opponents and got smoked.
Well, we kind of knew
Well,
that was about to happen.
Miami wasn't going to fall for that trap.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We-
Mario Cristobal got the troops ready this week and was like, "Hey, we're
right.
not Florida."
So
What was the final?
I didn't write down
A whole
like
lot's not
I think
good
it was
enough.
49-16.
Yeah, it was a butt whooping.
Is Miami the number 1 team in the country right now?
No.
No, they're the number 1 team in the ACC.
I think they're right where they need to be at number 4, probably.
All right. All
Maybe
right.
3. You can make
We're
an
gonna,
argument
we're
for
gonna
3.
go quick. So Billy Napier, how many more games at Florida has?
I
has to
don't know
coach
why he's
as a
coaching
Florida
this
coach?
week.
This week.
I don't know why he's coaching this week.
This
But
week is
but yeah,
They're at Miami this week.
because you thought USF got smoked.
they're going to get shellacked.
Let's two-prong this thing.
Does anyone remember the game last year, by the way?
Billy Napier, yes, week 1. Billy Napier done after this week. He's 20-20 as the head coach there.
Yeah.
This week he'll be 20-21, and Florida will tell him goodbye.
Thank you for your services,
Second
but you are
thing,
no longer needed.
If the next dude who comes in, which will be interim, so it's someone currently on the staff, does not find a way to unlock DJ Lagway,
Who had 5 interceptions in the game. the other night.
Florida is beyond boned.
Mm.
Like for the foreseeable future, because this was supposed to be the guy. This
Right.
was the big dude, right? Like you're seeing before the season, there's all the hype. He's
Yeah.
a 90 overall in college football 26. You're thinking, why?
You know, I haven't played that yet.
He played 6 games last year. Why? The hype was there. Like Brian said, 5 picks against LSU. Really good defense.
Yeah. but
5
still,
picks.
5.
5 picks.
I would also like to add that regardless if he somehow survives this week, not survives, but like without getting fired, for their next 5 games, they play
Texas.
Oh, what's
Texas,
Murder's Row?
Texas A&M, and then Georgia. It will happen in the next 5 games.
Yeah.
My guess is it happens after this week, along with Mark.
Yeah. I'm
I'm with
agree
Harry. I
that.
don't know why he's still there.
I don't know
I'd
why he's
agree with
coaching this
that.
week.
If they don't win this week, he's gone.
I mean,
Yeah,
All right.
but Brian.
Do what?
He's
I said
gone.
if they don't.
No, he's
win.
gone. Yeah, he's
gone.
gone. He's
Yeah,
Gator
they're
bait.
not
He'll
gonna
be
win.
chomped.
He's
gonna be
Gator bait.
All right, next up, UCLA and Virginia Tech fired their coaches over the weekend. Pretty quick poll, right? I mean, Deshaun Foster at UCLA though.
It was never going to work.
it never felt
Nah.
like a great hire for
It
them.
was
Right.
never going to work.
I don't know who they bring in at
Well,
this
they
point.
hired him last year, wasn't it?
Last year was
last
his
year.
first year.
Yes,
Yeah,
last year
and he
was
had
his
that
first year.
like
No, last year was his
God.
second year, I think.
no.
no,
No.
because he had a god awful, like all time bad
Yeah.
introduction press
That's
conference.
right.
And what's kind of crazy about the
Didn't they say
UCLA
his wrong
job?
name or something?
Hey, what's crazy
no,
about the
he was him,
UCLA
not
job
them.
is Chip Kelly was coach there, right? And
Mm.
he left and to become the offensive coordinator at Ohio
They
State.
won a national championship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Where's
knew,
he's the OC,
but he's with the Raiders now, right
Raiders,
now.
Raiders. That's
right.
it.
But he left the UCLA
Yes.
job
to
be-
go to
right.
Ohio
So
State.
think about it. He
Yep.
was kind of like, I don't think I can win here, right?
Well, and again, if it wasn't bad before it, it's worse now. UCLA couldn't recruit in its own backyard with USC overall. There was a couple times. Now they're recruiting against the Big Ten in LA.
right.
Oh God, you thought it was bad with Oregon and
Ohio
and,
State.
and those guys,
There's Ohio State. There's Penn
Penn
State.
State,
Yeah.
Michigan, Michigan State,
Yep.
Wisconsin. I mean,
Virginia Tech fired.
Oh, really quick, UCLA though. All honesty, it's probably not even their fault. It's just a divine intervention happening over there. in
no, it's
UCLA.
natural evolution.
No, at one position, it's not. It's divine intervention.
Probably.
All right.
Money's not everything, boys and girls.
Virginia Tech also fired their coach. It'll be interesting to see who gets that job.
Brett Pry.
Who
Yep.
wants that job?
Well, right now your only benefits going out to enter Sandman. That's about it.
What I
This
will
is true.
What I will
About
want to
it.
pay attention to is see where Virginia Tech commit KJ Gillespie from Mooresville High School if he sticks with Virginia.
This is
Tech.
true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving pieces now with your commits, and players, of course, because they can enter the
Right.
portal now.
Yep.
Without penalty. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, Virginia Tech obviously for so many years was one of the jobs, right? Like Frank
Right.
Beamer's
Oh, yeah.
there. Beamer
Yep.
ball is the big thing.
After he
Every
left,
single
though,
every
it's
single
been,
year,
eh.
Virginia Tech's right there, and then you get Fuente in there, and
Yep.
it's okay, and then they fire him, bring in Brent Pry, and it's not the same.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Whoever it is, strong tradition, great school. They've got all the tools to do it. They just got to get the right guy in there to do it.
All right. Notre Dame's in the top 25. I'm trying to figure out how they are in or why they are in the top 25. I don't understand that.
You just said it. You just said it.
Because the AP poll people are stupid.
No, he said the two words that matter in the poll.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just it.
I don't get that. I don't understand. All right. A couple big games. Texas Tech and Utah, probably one of the biggest 12 games in quite a while.
Did you say the biggest 12 games?
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Big.
I was like, wait,
one of the biggest Big 12 games.
Biggest 12.
the biggest 12.
It's
There's
like
no power forward. There's the Big 12.
Who you got in this game?
Real quick, I'm just gonna say Utah at home. Utah's a hard place to go win.
At home. Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Rice Eccles Stadium. It's a night game too.
Good game though. Good game.
Oh yeah.
But that environment up there, man, and it's going to be a difference, and people don't talk about it. Elevation difference.
Yeah,
that's true.
Huge factor in a game.
It's kind of week one for these guys too. They haven't really played a tough opponent. This is their first ranked matchup between both of them.
Yeah.
So, but going in, you got a lot of unknowns, sort of. But you got to take Utah at home.
There's home field advantage, and then but when the elements come into it, completely different ball game, literally.
All right, Auburn at Oklahoma. My boys are gonna
Boomer Sooner,
face the biggest, stiffest test yet this year, but
Jackson
I
Arnold.
see them.
This is the biggest 12 SEC game
winning.
ever.
Yeah, right.
It's
but
the SEC 12.
I think my team's coming through.
The biggest
I think
SEC.
the defense is pretty good. A little bit of a revenge factor here is Jackson Arnold, not Jackson Dart. Jackson Arnold
not Jackson
is the quarterback at Auburn University, but I'm gonna say my Sooners are going to come through and they're going to win.
I'm going to agree with that. I don't know that I'm completely sold on Auburn. Again, just talked about them getting back into the top 25 for the first time in 55 weeks. I think, again, Oklahoma already has one ranked win underneath their belt, showed their mettle against a good Michigan team. I think Auburn comes in there and different game plan, but much of the same. I think Brent Venables and the guys defensively are going to lock down Auburn.
Yep.
Yeah, a Boomer Sooner for me.
Yep.
I'm going to pick Auburn because my team is struggling over here in the points that we're taking, and I need to be different. So we're going to be pulling for Auburn on Saturday.
And then here we go, Big Ten, Illinois in Indiana at Indiana.
All right.
Well, I think we get to find out that
It's
Indiana,
the biggest 10.
the
The biggest
10.
10. In the biggest 10, Illinois plays Indiana.
I think
this weekend.
I think honestly, I think we find out if Indiana's.
We're going to find out about both these teams.
Yeah,
man.
I think I don't know.
But
I like Illinois on the road.
Here's what I think. I think Illinois is this year's Indiana.
Well,
Okay.
Well, then they should win until they play something really
so
good.
I'm saying they're Illinois. I'm taking Illinois in this
Fighting
game.
Illini. You guys remember Juice Williams?
I do basketball
quarterback,
player?
brother.
Oh yeah.
No, football quarterback over there, right? Our Aurelius Ben.
The juice is
I'll
loose.
tell you what, boy, that was a good combo. That's when Illinois was like really good last time.
Real quick,
Illinois is back.
Yeah.
real quick, and I know you know, so don't answer. Do you two know where the University of Illinois, what town it resides in? This specific one.
The funny
This
thing
one?
is, if
No
you
clue.
look it up, it's the University of Illinois at
Champaign Urbana.
Boom. Well done, sir.
Champagne.
Champagne.
All right.
Kind of like Bologna.
So let's let's move
What did you say? Illinois, Indiana.
Oh, I picked Illinois.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Clean sweep. That means
All right.
Indiana's winning. Crap.
I'm kidding.
Hey, let's move on. We got about 7 minutes. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do our NFL picks. We'll skip over the week 2 game review.
Thank
Can I just say one thing?
Thank you.
The real quick. I just want to say the Patriots won.
Hey.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Patriots 33, Finns 27. The
And
Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL, though. So I don't
Mike
know if that's something
McDaniel's going to be
proud of.
fired soon.
Yeah. Hey, your little quarterback looks okay.
He looked all right.
He's all right.
Did we all pick the Patriots last week?
I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We
Yeah,
did.
we all. Because
I'm
the Dolphins
pretty sure
look
we
like-
did.
look. Hey, they look like dog water. in week 1. They look like dogger water.
Which is funny because
Me
normally we
too.
go to Miami and things don't bode well.
They're the
Oh, wait, was that
biggest
game in-
It
weather
was
dog.
still wacky, man. We had back-to-back kickoff returns for touchdowns. It's
That
a
was
crazy
weird.
time.
And Mike Vrabel was running as fast as Antonio Gibson down the sideline.
Should probably bench Antonio Gibson.
All right, so here we go.
Or
real quick.
start Mike Vrabel.
Hey, all right, listen up real quick.
mean,
NFC South game. Falcons come to visit the Panthers after last week's performance by the Panthers,
Jalen
which
Walker.
everybody kind of says, oh, they came back. But yeah, he threw a bunch of underneath passes because Arizona defense was playing soft.
Well, prevent, yeah.
You
But
know.
I mean, hey, look, look what the defense gave you. Mounted a
I
comeback. We're right
agree,
there.
But,
Yeah, but I think
they
that
still
at
didn't
that
win.
point the game plan had already changed for the defense.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you this: Xavier Legette had -2 receiving yards
Boy,
this week against whoever the hell they just played.
boy.
And Bryce
um,
Young completed the most passes in the game in his career.
Most
Yeah.
yards, most passes.
Of course, he did try.
Not many to
attempt
Xavier
55
Legette.
passes to do it.
T-Mac had his first 100-yard game.
I'm going Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I don't think that's going to happen.
All right,
this week.
next up, the Raiders
Can Geno
come to visit the Commanders, and your team might have a quarterback problem this week.
Can Geno Smith throw 14 interceptions?
Well, here's the good thing. So do
So
the
do the
Raiders.
Raiders.
I would like
Yeah.
to say thank you, Geno Smith, because he laid an egg while I was asleep last night. I won my fantasy game by 2 points this week. It was beautiful.
Mhm.
Absolutely beautiful.
I had Josh Allen as my starting quarterback while I had Jared Goff on the bench. So
Way to go, Harry.
I had Almond Ross St. Brown.
All right. Anyway, Raiders at Commanders.
Yeah,
We'll let Bryson go first.
Give me Washington. In this
Okay.
one. I mean,
Okay.
pending Jaden Daniels. I mean, he's got that. I think they said it was a sprained knee, so not
Sprained
sure
knee.
Who's the
what's up with
backup?
that, but no clue.
That's
We'll
good.
find out.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually pertinent information. We kind of need that.
Yeah.
Because Austin Eckler tore his Achilles last week, so it could be a seventh
That's right.
round pick at running back starting, and then some guy.
Oh,
at
they're
quarterback.
fine. Their backup's Marcus Mariota.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
right.
right. Yeah.
All right, so they're going to struggle to
All
move
right.
the football. a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
go. I'm picking the Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders
Whoa.
in this game.
Hold on. Geno Smith pulled a full-on Jameis Winston last night.
I know. He's gonna bounce back. Don't worry.
No, he's not. The Raiders barely snuck by the Patriots. I'm sorry. No, Commanders.
I'll take the Commanders because they're at home.
All right. All right. Next up, Mark Steelers play Harry's Patriots.
Steelers.
Steelers.
God,
Although they did not play particularly well against the Seahawks.
So we get Drake May this week. It's a very pivotal stretch, by the way. Like they've got to get their poo together because you have the Patriots this week. You travel to Dublin next weekend to play the Vikings, who are not going to have JJ McCarthy. Which, if you ask the Falcons, that may not be a good thing.
We will get to that.
And then you get the Browns out. You get a bye week, then you get the Browns, and then you get Jake Browning and the Bengals. Very pivotal 4-game stretch for Pittsburgh, at least in the early part of the season. I'm going Steelers.
Anybody picking the Patriots?
I will say one thing.
Bryson, please pick me.
There's very few teams. There's very few teams that
can't.
you can say this.
I don't have it in me.
There's very few players that can say this. Or excuse me, I had that right the first time. Very few teams can make this comment. Aaron Rodgers does not have a winning record against the Patriots.
Ooh.
Well, he's going to start moving.
What's
towards
the
that on
record?
Sunday.
3-3.
Oh, he'll be 4.
He'll be 4-3. All right, and then I believe this is a Monday night game. Lions and Ravens.
Hey,
Two really good teams.
the Ravens blew the doors off the Browns last week, right?
And the
Lions blew the doors off the Bears.
Right. So you had two teams that blew the doors off of each other, or not each other, but their respective teams. Hey, guess what? Derrick Henry had 11 carries for 23 yards last week. Guess what's going to change on Monday night?
He's gonna.
he's
have-
gonna have.
Oh, he
about,
gonna run.
He's
Oh,
gonna have
yeah.
about 20 carries for 200
That boy
yards.
gonna run. Give me the Ravens.
All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna go Lions. I'll be on the opposite side.
I would like to see the Lions win, but I think the Ravens will win.
I think the Ravens control the clock. And the Lions get into that situation where they got abandoned the
gotta-
run and start
yeah.
throwing the football. Amon Ross,
The-
St. Brown,
The,
baby.
the two-headed monster though of Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery is still really good for the Lions. So if they can keep
Not
that up,
this week.
yeah, I think the Ravens defense is the difference.
Bryson, who you got?
I've got the Ravens in this
All
one.
right, all right, man. Let's go quick caps. Number one, leverage penalty versus the Broncos. Missed field goal, leverage penalty, made the field goal, lose the game.
That was a very complicated way to put that. I feel
Was it actually? I watched
the Colts missed a field goal, but there was a leverage penalty called against the Broncos, so they had to
Yes,
re-kick and
yes,
they made it.
okay, and then he made it. Was there really a penalty on there though? It didn't look like he really helped himself.
There were already a lot of penalties throughout this game.
So let's coaching 101. you don't put yourself in the position for the refs to control the game.
This is true.
Yeah.
I'll give
It's
you
kind of
that.
where you're at in that.
I
Which
give
is
you
fun.
that.
Exactly how I feel about. You see all the complaints about the Chiefs-Eagles game about the tush push.
They
Yeah,
are very
I've heard a
valid.
little
They
bit
are,
today.
but don't
Very
let it get to
valid.
that point
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Look, you don't like it. Don't get them to 3rd and 1
On the goal
4th and
line.
1.
Yeah.
Or just to
All
pick
right.
up a
Or
first
anywhere,
down.
yeah.
All right, next up, quarterback injuries. A bunch this weekend. Joe Burrow has
Done
turf
3
toe,
months.
and he's going to be out for, what'd you say,
3
3
months.
months? All right, and then let's move on to J.J. McCarthy, who Mark already...
Did they rule him out already?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
who Mark already mentioned, sprained his ankle in the game the other night.
Yes. The ghost of Carson Wentz will be joining us yet again.
Yeah, that's right. Carson Wentz is in.
The ginger ghost.
Jaden Daniels has a knee injury, and he's at least out for a week.
And apparently,
Yeah,
they need
he's
Marcus
day to day,
Mariota.
supposedly, right?
Yeah.
It says he's
maybe.
still questionable.
And then the last I saw, but I don't know any more on this, Justin Fields was in the concussion protocol.
I don't
if
know
he
if
still
he's
is or
out
not.
Yeah, I don't know, but he left
Um,
the game early. Yeah, Jane Daniels is interesting. His is more precautionary.
Yeah.
I think honestly, like realistically, you're going against the Raiders. The Raiders could win the game this week. I think you sacrifice a game to make sure Jane Daniels.
You gotta think
good.
long
He's
term.
good.
I think
Yeah.
so
Rest of
too.
the
And that's
season.
not a Washington thing to do when you look at how the
Imagine
organization has handled injuries over the years.
Honest to God question though, do we have to start having a conversation about Joe Burrow? Like, do we really
might
have to
have.
start?
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah.
here's the
Yes.
thing that kind of got me. And
Is he the Mike Trout of football?
turf toe. Turf toe. I've had turf toe. Turf toe sucks, brother. But I did find out on Sunday there's different grades of turf toe.
Yeah. It's like a
And when I
sprain.
heard
It's a
grade
sprain.
3 and torn ligaments, I was like,
Yeah.
that's horrendous.
Right.
Yeah.
But you want to have a discussion of, is he injury prone?
Yes.
Is he
Because
correct?
here's the thing: the play where it occurred, and he laid on the field, right? It was on his left foot. The Bengals didn't touch his left foot either, but neither did the Jaguars on the play. They sacked him, or at least knocked him down, but they didn't touch his left leg.
Right.
Like, that's the thing that gets me is
It could, yeah, you're right. It's like he didn't get the contact like it would cause an injury like
right.
that. But unlike, let's say, someone like Khalil Mack in his elbow.
Okay.
No, yeah.
All right, let's move on again. Injury. Dallas
saw that, right?
Cowboys. Cooper Beebe, center, got injured, and guess what? Guess what that means? Our
What it
man
do,
Brock
BB?
Hoffman will now be the Dallas Cowboys starting center for at least the next 6 weeks.
Statesville.
Good for
legend.
Brock, right?
Brock Hoffman.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Who's
Right.
Dallas guys? We know who Cowboys
And
guys?
what's kind of cool is I looked this up. He has appeared in 39 NFL games with 9 starts.
Listen,
The
Bro-
Bears.
Brock,
The
Keep an eye on
Bears.
him. Keep an eye out for
Hey,
67 from the
good
Cowboys.
good warm up game this week going against the Bears. Okay, that's really good for them. Okay, look, Brock, get out there. I don't wish the Cowboys to win, but I do wish for your success on an individual level.
And then the next
get 'em.
week they get to play their friends in Green Bay. They're
the
really-
most look
really
forward to
close.
game of the
No,
season.
no, no,
Alright.
no, no, no. Jerry's friends.
Yeah. All right, next up, which NFL team needs to be in panic mode?
The Dolphins.
Cowboys,
No, they already are.
Bears.
the Bears, yeah, the Bears.
Bears.
The Dolphins need to be treating their season like they're an endangered species.
The Chiefs.
Or the
Ah.
Chiefs. That's
yeah.
a good question.
The
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
My brother in Christ. They are
0-2.
0-2. And again, play two good teams.
Yeah,
First
but they
two weeks of
didn't.
the season.
They didn't look particularly
They
good. in either
don't
game.
look. They don't.
Travis
look,
Kelce dropping a touchdown
Look,
pass.
Patrick Mahomes having 70 yards rushing.
It's
That's a
not a
problem.
good-
That's
the
not the
problem.
formula for success.
No,
for
They,
Kansas
they need
City.
Rice. They need him.
Oh, they lost him. Hollywood Brown was banged up. Xavier Worthy's got his shoulder issue. Thanks to Travis. It's a whole thing in Kansas City right
Did
now.
we see Orlando Brown take out the guy that got the interception at the goal line? By the way,
I don't know.
holy
No. It wasn't Orlando Brown. It was their rookie. It was a rookie left tackle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he ran him down he walked him down. By the way, Juwan Taylor is still having a job at right tackle for Kansas City. He's got to
Yeah.
be. There needs to be a study done on this because I need to know how he's not just starting in the NFL.
What dirt does
still
he have
playing.
on the coaching staff?
He is so god awful.
All right, we got one more quick cap. MLB season is winding down. Is there one team head and shoulders better than all the others?
right
I
this second.
say
No.
no.
There is
I don't think either one
team
is.
that has clinched a division.
One team that
boys
will-
and girls.
You play in the trash division
But
of
you
all the
also,
others.
one team.
don't have home field advantage for the whole playoffs just yet, do you?
yet.
Yet.
And Brian,
You may not get it.
we don't need it.
Okay.
We beat you on your home field a
All
couple
right.
weeks ago, did we not?
Yeah, but wait till the playoffs.
I'll tell you a little something.
Did you find the broom, by
But-
the way? Because it was a sweep.
You want to
Hey.
talk about standing head and shoulders? How about standing head and shoulders below? And the Dodgers are just listen. they've
going
got
backwards.
serious
They're,
problems.
they're a bunch of old
Yeah.
people because they're shrinking.
They are not carrying momentum into the
No,
postseason.
no. Anyway, Mark thinks one team is head and
Oh no,
shoulders
I'm
ability.
just kidding. No,
But
they're not.
I don't think anybody does.
No,
I
they're
don't
very
think there's
good.
not
Look,
one.
if Zach Wheeler's still playing,
right,
maybe make the
maybe
case.
right.
That's
but
not.
Other
But
than
it's
that,
not.
we don't think they're
I don't.
really wide open.
I cannot look at a team right now and say there is a favorite.
There's favorites,
Yeah,
but
there's not like
that's my boy.
But
like,
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That's a good thing though.
it is.
Well, I
Oh,
can
yeah.
tell you right now, and I would have never pegged this at the beginning of the season. The Blue Jays had the best record in the AL. Like, what the
Right.
heck?
Yeah, you
Right.
thought they were going to flame out when we
Yeah.
talked about the trade
Mhm,
deadline.
Sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
There's not one team that's head and shoulders better than everybody.
I mean,
else.
what's crazy is the Dodgers are leading their division. They're 84 and 66. They would be a 1-game lead on the Red Sox,
Yeah.
who are in third place in their division right
Yep.
now.
Yep. All right, boys. So it's been a fun hour and 5 minutes here on the Sports Recap on WAME. We'll be back on the air next week at 7 p.m. Don't forget, this Friday night at 7:30, I'll be traveling down to King, North Carolina, to bring you the Statesville Greyhounds versus the West Oaks Wildcats. Tune in
King.
Friday night.
Real Country is 550 AM.